Brilliance Audio presents Rosa's Gold by Ray Kingfisher, performed by Simon Mattacks and Billie Fulford-Brown. Prologue. The old leather briefcase had lain undisturbed for 6 years, and its secrets for over 60. The buckle was now pockmarked ginger with rust, and the leather, 100 shades of brown, was alive with creases and cracks, but it was still as tough as the day it was made. It was just sitting there, guarding its contents much like a faithful old collie dog might stick by its owner, and those contents were Mac's life's works. Mac hadn't even looked at them for the last 5 years, ever since his eyes had clouded over a little and his hip complained at the mere thought of clambering down those narrow stairs to the cellar. That amount of effort now seemed pointless. Mac had lost hope of anyone ever being interested in his story, let alone finding those friends he'd spent so long looking for. His first stroke left him barely able to look after himself, let alone the house. His second, although he couldn't have known it at the time, was ultimately to see him reunited with those old friends.
Chapter 1. As if things weren't bad enough, it was pouring down with rain when Nicole Sutton and her mother moved into their new house. Okay, so people, mainly her mum, had told her that Henley was a charming market town nestled on the banks of the glorious Thames, overlooked by the unspoiled splendour of the Chiltern Hills. But, as their car meandered through streets of dull brick houses, it just looked tired and dreary to Nicole. And those thoughts didn't change when they drew up outside number 77 Victoria Road, a distinctly creepy-looking 2-bedroomed terraced house, with its own waterfall pouring from a gutter joint. Perhaps the inside would be a little more exciting, more like the big house in Wimbledon they'd said goodbye to only an hour or so before. Well, no. Actually, it sucked. The second they opened the front door, the reek of single old guy hit them, as sure as garlic-smelling salts would. Mum didn't acknowledge it, of course. Forcing a smile was more her style. Nothing, absolutely nothing looked remotely new, or even clean. None of the fittings had been replaced for decades. Dirty floor mats lay inside the front door and at the threshold of both downstairs rooms, all pretty much worn through in the centre. Mum threw those out even before the removal truck arrived. Indiscriminate streaks hung suspiciously, mid-dribble on the wallpaper. Indescribable stains colonised the carpets, especially in the bathroom.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?